Hey guys, welcome back to the studio. Today we're looking at Simple Man by Lynyrd Skynyrd. Alright, so the song Simple Man came out in 1973 and was recorded at Studio One, and it was produced by Al Kooper. And this song's lyrics were inspired by the death of Ronnie Van Zant and Gary Rossington's older women in their life. And I think it was Ronnie Van Zant's grandmother and Gary Rossington's mother.
Mother, I always love her.
And I guess what they did was they just collaborated on some things that their influential women in their life were talking to them about and sort of giving them advice. So I guess that was pretty much the inspiration for these songs, and they died around the same time. So I guess they both just got in a room and the song was written in like an hour. Also, famously, the producer who was playing keys, Al Kooper, he decided that he didn't like this track, and so they actually kicked him out of the studio and sent him to New York until they laid down all the parts. And then when he came back, he was like, oh, this is great. And that's pretty interesting to be able to kick your producer right out of the studio, and also sort of member of the band, or, you know, just maybe hired player or whatever. But anyway, this video that we're going to watch here in a minute is not Ronnie Van Zant singing. It's Johnny Van Zant, who is Ronnie's brother, who I guess stepped up and had a pretty great voice of himself. So he didn't write the song, but you know, there he is in the video, so as you see in the window. But before we play the song, make sure to check out my website, theblindleadstheblind.com. It will be down here. Also, I'll have a single that pops up somewhere up here behind this video, or in front of it, and it is The Doe of the Dawn. Make sure you check that out as well. And let's get right into the song. You know, I actually think that Johnny Van Zant on this particular song sounds better than Ronnie does. And maybe that's anathema, but, you know, that's just my opinion. Maybe compare them. Like, compare the original. But, I mean, and this is live, too, just remember that. So, this song is in 4/4, and it is in the key of C. First chord is C. That's the 1 chord. Then we've got G, which is the 5 chord. And then we've got A minor, and then it goes to A minor 7. So, and you have 2 measures of that. So A minor, and then A minor 7 for another measure. That's kind of it so far. And I think that's kind of how the entire song goes, which is pretty incredible when you only have 3 chords in a song, and it keeps the listener engaged. So, just think about that.
When I was young, sat beside me, my only son, and listen closely, oh baby, to what I say. And if you do this, it'll help you some Sunday. Ah, yeah. I'll be your self-man.
Alright, I really like the song structure of this because they kind of gave you a little bit of a glimpse of what the chorus would be. So they kind of hinted at it. You know, they're waiting for it to happen later. They're sort of foreshadowing it, really. And so they went from obviously intro to verse to this sort of chorus, like a down chorus that doesn't have a melody in there yet. But they still did the line that kind of brings the chorus up in intensity. The Da dun dun, da 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 da, da 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 da, da dun dun dun. I'm gonna go something like this. Let's see. So that's pretty much it. And obviously you have dueling guitars, so they play it in two different spots on the neck, so it's much thicker and larger sounding. But it's the same chords, you know, so you've got... something like that, like if you played it just by yourself. So pretty simplistic. But a lot of really great songs are very simplistic, and it's not that easy to write something that's really easy to play, but that also is very engaging. So hats off to you guys for that.
Don't look too fast. Your boss will come. Oh, and they will pass. Go find a woman, oh baby, and you'll find love. What do you say, baby? And don't forget there is someone up above. And be simple, kind of man. Oh, be something you love and understand. But baby, be simple, be a simple man. Who won't you do this for the sun if you can? So wait on. Forget your loss for rich.
All right, so something I'll comment on as well is, so they still didn't give you everything there is in this song yet. Like, they didn't bring it to full intensity yet. So that's something that they used to do, but now they kind of just blow it up in your face, like, right away, you know, so that it gets your attention. But these guys are really sort of romancing the song, and so to speak, to where, you know, they give you sort of a teaser chorus, right? And then they tease you even more, and so that, you know, then you're gonna sit through another verse and kind of also wonder what he's saying in the story, obviously, or what you know, grandma and mother's advice is, and maybe you're not thinking that while you're listening, but you know, that is a very effective writing tool to be able to just give more and more intensity to where at the very end that's the peak of the song and people were waiting for that. So all that sort of tension that's built up in there. So let's continue.
Let's go. All that you need. Oh, it's in your soul. Oh, you can do this. Oh, baby, if you try. All that I want for you, my son, is to be satisfied. What do you say? And be simple.
Wait a minute. Did you guys hear that sound? It sounded like he was actually controlling the pitch of feedback. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Could have been maybe like a slide or something, but it was like right in here.
And be simple. You, my son, is to be satisfied. What do you say? And be simple, kind of man.
That's
Oh,
amazing.
be something you love and understand. Oh, baby, be simple. Oh, be
I was just gonna say I really miss double lead lines where two people are playing guitar solos at the same time and harmonizing with each other and coming together in unison as well in some spots. So good.
Just be satisfied, and one more thing, and be simple, kind of man. Oh, be something you love and understand.
Man, I wish he would have went and held that note like it's supposed to be held. Maybe he does it later, but it's really starting to tease me. I'm starting to get a little bit like, come on, man. You can do it. And I hope he does it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so they didn't do it. He said he was going to do the best he could. He lied. Whatever. But, you know, what I wanted was da-da-da-da-da-da, like where he actually holds the note. You know, but that didn't happen. So I'm sort of disappointed now. Oh well. Well, hopefully you enjoyed it. You know, it was definitely a fun ride. I didn't watch the entire thing before I started making this video, so, you know, that's how it goes. Well, maybe on a different show he holds the note longer and really brings that intensity up. I did like how they did a breakdown on the loop of the chorus on that last time. Dun ba dum bum bump. Ba dum bum bump. That was cool. And I also love the backup singers. I'm not complaining about this. This is like an amazing performance. It's great. It's a great song. It's an amazing song, really. I love playing it live. Maybe it's just because that's how I do it. Maybe that's why. Anyway, make sure you check out my website. Again, that's theblindleadstheblind.com, and check out my single, The Doe of the Dawn. If you like this video, like and subscribe and share it. That would be really helpful. And I will catch you on the next one.